Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, let's just dive in and let's start off with a few things. So I have a couple screenshots here. This is one of them. We have this one here as well, and then we have this one to finalize the screenshots. And what we see in all of these screenshots is, well, XRP being the number 2 asset, trading above Ethereum's market cap. Now, as we look at this and as we really kind of address what's happening around this market right now and everything that has happened in the last couple years, I think that it's clear that XRP did get suppressed. XRP did get held back, especially in 2021. There's no secrets there. But as we look at the current market, I think far too many are looking at XRP and saying, why isn't XRP trading at this price? Why isn't XRP doing this? Why isn't XRP doing that? And I think that a lot of people are failing to realize that in the last couple years, right, almost 3 years now, in the last couple years, XRP has gone through hell, complete hell. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because, we finally got the lawsuit put behind us. Like, XRP did get cleared as a currency. Now, a lot of people expect the XRP to go to X amount of dollars, and that's really up to them, right? Like, that's their disappointment, not, what anyone was majorly saying. Anyone could have speculated on what the price of XRP was going to be. I even said personally, like, we could see a big driver around the price, or we could see a big nothing event where XRP actually drops in value because guess what? Sell the news, right? But either way, we did see a nice spike on XRP, which was great to see. But ultimately speaking, it was never about price action. I always say, like, a lot of these big events, they're not really meant to have, a major price effect. It's actually to clear up a lot of the noise behind a lot of these assets. And, as we look at the lawsuit, I think that we've seen some great things from the lawsuit. One of the things were, we've seen banks actually praising Ripple again, recently, of course. And outside of that, we've also seen this become a trend. And we'll get to that here in a second. But one thing that I want you all to understand is that we got out of the lawsuit, right? Like, there's nothing really holding XRP as an asset back now in the next major run up. And you got to remember, right? As we look at this space, we are still very well in a Bitcoin-driven market. We're not in an XRP-driven market. We're not in a utility-driven market. No, we are in a Bitcoin market right now. But I look forward to the day where that becomes, old history. We're now in a utility-driven market, because that's when things will change. And talking about change, I seen this great tweet recently over on Twitter. And we've seen years ago, I remember both Bitcoin Maxis and Link Marines, and honestly, it was like the entire space. They were calling XRP a banker's trash coin. Today, Bitcoin loves BlackRock, and Link is bootlicking every banker in sight at Sibos, while bragging about following what banks want instead of what innovation demands. I have no issue with Bitcoin nor Link, both good coins, but let's get real. It was never what Ripple was doing, nor what XRP could become, that they had a problem with. It was always fear that Ripple and XRP would succeed. Regardless of the current narratives from the same people who have delegitimized themselves for complaining about banks and XRP for years, only to go and try to do the same thing, XRP will succeed. And listen, this is why I've always said, like, XRP is one of the most feared coins in this space. Not because of what, it's doing or anything like that, but imagine if it does become a major success in what Ripple is pioneering XRP for. Or even, think about the XRP ledger use case and think about what XRP could become. Like, we know in the past, XRP was larger than Ethereum by value. Today, we see major expansion happening on the ledger. We also see major expansion happening from Ripple, which, again, they are trying to pioneer XRP and expose XRP. Ripple has become a very large crypto company within this space. And outside of that, right, like, imagine what XRP could do when there's no nonsense behind it, meaning there's no, the SEC is scrutinizing XRP, or the SEC is there to stop XRP. There's none of that, right? Imagine what XRP could do. And I always say this because we know Ethereum hit nearly $600 billion in market cap. And a lot of people are fine with saying Ethereum is going to go to $1 trillion in market cap. We've seen Bitcoin already go to $1 trillion in market cap. And I question anyone that says XRP can't hit $1 trillion in market cap, because we've already seen Bitcoin get there. We've almost seen Ethereum get there. What's stopping XRP? Nothing. Nothing. Now, outside of this, we just seen JP Morgan. Well, guess what? They're now saying that Ethereum has been disappointing since its Shanghai upgrade. Interesting. Because guess what? I thought this huge upgrade was going to make Ethereum extremely dominant within the space. And even people were saying like, oh, well, this is ending XRP's, charade in this market. Comical. We even see here, Ethereum has fallen short of expectations in terms of network activity following the much anticipated Shanghai upgrade implemented in April. While the crypto community had high hopes for this upgrade, it appears that the results have left many disappointed, according to JP Morgan. And here we have network activity declines despite energy efficiency, reducing energy usage by 99%, and we still seen the activity decline. Now, could it be a bear market? Or could it just be people realize that it's not Ethereum anymore? Listen, there's so many opportunities in the space and options outside of Ethereum that are extremely beneficial, extremely efficient, and they have so much to offer. I don't think it is Ethereum, and I think that even JP Morgan realizes this as well. Now, outside of this, right, we see this from Anderson. Sometimes JP Morgan tells the truth. Here you guys have November 20th, 2021. JP Morgan, if Ripple wins SEC lawsuit, XRP is poised for significant adoption. If the company is able to win the SEC lawsuit and trading resumes on major cryptocurrency exchanges like Coinbase, XRP is poised for significant adoption. And then we see this. Things are getting interesting. Because guess what? We also seen this 3 months ago. Bank of America praises Ripple for impact on cross-border payments. And I just recently included this in a video, but they know that Ripple with XRP is groundbreaking. And we even see that Ripple is an exception. Bank of America recognizes the transformative power of technology in facilitating real-time payments. APIs are the key driver of real-time payments adoption, according to the report, and have revolutionized connectivity as well as transaction processing for customers. Again, this is why I say, the transformation is already here. And, one thing that I will say is, I really do believe that a lot of these major banks, they realize that there really isn't anything outside of Ripple with XRP that's even close to being as efficient. We also see this from 1 month ago. State Bank of Pakistan calls Ripple and XRP encouraging work. And this is not new. This is not a new trend. Go all the way back. I think this is from 2020, 2019, or 2018 actually. PwC, so this was actually a big one, and we already know that PwC is or was a partner of Ripple. PwC praises Ripple's XRP as an example of the cryptocurrency maturing. They do talk about the settlement time here. But then also outside of this, we also seen the World Bank in 2019 praising Ripple and XRP-based XRapid says technology could transform cross-border payments. Again, we already know how disruptive this is. And we know that it's not Ethereum. It was never going to be Ethereum. And even the Royal Bank of Canada endorsed Ripple as the future of remittance industry. So as we really kind of look at things happening around the space, I think that people are realizing that it's not Ethereum. I think that people realize how strong XRP has been and always was. I mean, listen, you don't go through an SEC lawsuit for years and years, and you get delisted off of major exchanges. You have so much negativity around you just for you to remain a top 10 giant and ultimately have a massive run during a bear market, which, yes, we are still very well in a bear market. And it took everyone by surprise because they thought that XRP was dead, that this lawsuit was going to continue on for years and years and years. And it's like, all of a sudden, we kind of put that behind us. And the big banks are here talking about it. And it's just so surprising to me that, people are around the space saying like, oh, XRP is this, XRP is that, but fail to realize the significance of, remaining a top 10 giant after all of that. Imagine if Ethereum, had the same exact scrutinization and negativity around it. Would it still be in the top 10? We have no idea. But one thing to me that is sure is that XRP is an absolute giant in the space, and it's extremely strong. Outside of this, though, I even said over on Twitter, when I come back to this video, it's so clear that Ripple has already won. Many people will say it's an old video or it's a nothing video. They are the same ones that say all the private meetings with central banks and global elite organizations are nothing too. You have numerous documents from the World Bank, the BIS, the IMF, and various other organizations that mention Ripple and XRP. And also that's a good thing to note is that the BIS recently just partnered with Ripple for cross-border payments. It's a major thing. And it's a task force that comprises Swift and major other giants. But I also said most of these documents only mention Ripple and XRP too, which should tell you something. Call it speculation, call it whatever. In my opinion, XRP will be a big piece of the restructuring of our global system. And here you guys have Brad Garlinghouse sitting right next to the IMF director. Listen closely.
Can you see those? Oh, there's 2 votes.
Let me try.
Do you see IMF holding crypto assets in the future? Oh, they're over here. That's easier. You want to take one? Go for it. The first one's for you. IMF. Do you see IMF holding crypto assets in the future? I did not put that up there.
Remember, I'm from the legal department. I'm supposed to be very conservative about these things. I don't want to go into great details about
Maybe
the IMF.
I should take what the IMF is going to do. I think we
look,
stunned Ross into silence with that one.
For that to
So again, obviously a little bit of a joke of a video, but it just shows you how close the leadership behind Ripple is to these leaders, these elite leaders. And listen, throw all the idea around elites and stuff like that outside of the picture. We know that Ripple has been building these strong connections forever. There's so many photos of, the leaders behind Ripple sitting next to all of the elite leaders as well. And, one of them, yes, it's the IMF, the ECB, the World Bank, the BIS. I mean, these connections run deep. And outside of this, we know that a restructuring is going to happen. We know that a reset of our system is going to happen. Our system has failed tremendously for years, and we're talking decades, not just years. And even a lot of these banks, right, like JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citi, all of them, they realize how inefficient and problematic the traditional system is. And I always bring up ISO 20022 because a lot of people think that ISO 20022 is just standardization, just messaging standards, right? But the problem is then this is one of the biggest things around the space that a lot of people don't see is ISO 20022 for the first time in a very, very, very long time, it brings about a change to the banking sector because banks don't like to upgrade their systems. It comes with a lot of big headaches and problems. They have to hire IT. They have to do this. ISO 20022 demands them to upgrade their systems. But the best part about it is when you have API plug and play technology, just like Bank of America is saying over here, API, right? With APIs, it allows banks to not change anything. They can immediately tap into the API structure, which could be very well RippleNet, and realize the efficiencies and the value behind that. And this is the biggest thing that a lot of people don't understand and realize about API technology is you're not changing anything. You're not changing the underlying system. You're just realizing the technology behind that API service. And that's a big thing to realize because guess what? We know Ripple was the first player, a part of the ISO 20022 standard, that has been pioneering and utilizing DLT and blockchain technology forever. This is why I say we are so close, because we know ISO 20022 has already started to be implemented heavily. We know that by 2025, nearly every single major bank will be on board with it. We already know that Ripple has been really kind of entrenched within the traditional financial system forever with a lot of the major giants. We already know that they've had 300 plus financial institutions tied to their name back in 2019. Imagine how many there is now. We already know that they are working with central banks around the world on CBDC initiatives and stablecoin initiatives. And in my opinion, you cannot overlook that. You cannot overlook that. And I think that this is exactly why XRP has been feared forever, because we know that Ripple has been pioneering XRP and XRP ledger technology forever, and it is a key piece of their business model and their offering. And I think that this is what scares a lot of people. It scares them because they know that Ethereum is old age technology. And hey, don't take it from me, right? Like JP Morgan is saying that Ethereum has been a disappointment now. And I think that a lot of people know that Ethereum is old age technology. And the same thing goes for Bitcoin. Listen, you're not going to utilize Bitcoin for scalable financial transactions or transactional use cases. No, you're going to tap into something that is extremely efficient. You are going to tap into something that allows you to move, $50 million for, pennies on the dollar. And that is a big thing. And guess what you can do, with XRP? You can do just that. You can move hundreds of millions of dollars for the lowest cost possible. You are not realizing it anywhere else. And that is exactly why I believe that XRP is one of the most feared tokens in the space. And I also think that Ripple has become an absolute giant as well. The connections to all these elite organizations, they should not be overlooked. They are crucial to know as well. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.